Hi, my name is Drake Shelton. I'm a graduate of the Code Louisville front-end track. The theme of my website is Bluegrass Music. It is a website devoted to the nature and history of bluegrass music and functionality designed to network bluegrass fans to organize events and festivals.
The theme of my project is Southern Bluegrass Music. It is a website devoted to the nature and history of bluegrass music and functionality designed to support a network of bluegrass fans who desire to organize events and bluegrass festivals. My website contains 7 primary items, ranging from simple HTML pages to complex functionality using jQuery in the audio player displayed in the middle of the screen. I originally thought to do this from the beginning of the course, but I did not know how to go about it until the object-oriented JavaScript module in Treehouse. I went the extra step and implemented audio files into it and made it fully functional with the help of Eric, the Tuesday session mentor, which I will now demonstrate. I created the following 6 headings in a responsive grid system, which allows for mobile compatibility. I set the vertical collapse display at 760 pixels. The first column of the first row is devoted to networking using HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and jQuery. The first item is an email update form, which includes jQuery in the password fields. The second item is a sign-up form, which includes radio buttons, a select element, and checkbox attributes. The third item is a JavaScript questionnaire using logical operators. The fourth item is a JavaScript quiz using for loops, logical operators, the document.write method, and strings. The next 2 columns of the first row are simple HTML pages which speak to the history and musical instruments of bluegrass music. The first column of the second row is devoted to music videos of my favorite bluegrass musicians. The first 4 items are simply links to YouTube videos, but the final item is an example of HTML video. For accessibility purposes, I took the trouble of adding a VTT file via the HTML track tag to provide subtitles that are perfectly synchronized with the video. The second column of the second row is devoted to the dance of bluegrass. In this case, the videos are embedded into the HTML page via the iframe tag. The third column of the second row is search option, where the viewer can search the available albums at the Bluegrass store via JavaScript, directly with Ajax or with Angular. The first option, utilizing a for loop, a document.write method, and logical operators, is a bit more rigid in its requirements, expecting the customer to know exactly the name and spelling of the artist or band they are searching for. Whereas the AJAX method, utilizing the show hint function and a PHP file, requires only a single letter to begin making suggestions to the customer. The Angular method, though, is my favorite. Using the ng repeat directive and the filter component, Angular can display an array list of items and filter through the array using the process of elimination. As regards optimization, I have no 404 errors. I have 12 requests overall. The jQuery plugins are from a hosted library, and all my HTML, CSS, and JavaScript is minified. The biggest challenges I faced were two. First, an MP3 file in the audio player was taking up a huge amount of load time, but I overcame it completely by the use of the preload attribute with the value of none. Secondly is the background image itself. I did successfully convert my background image to an SVG, but because of the quality and detail of the image, the SVG was actually larger than the JPEG file. I liked the image so much that I decided that a website with the artistic purpose that my project has was worth keeping the image. The final product was loading right around 600 milliseconds. Now, to GitHub. As you can see, I learned through trial and error on a number of remote repositories. I settled with the September repository where I have my final project files. I created this branch in Git shell and pushed it here to my remote repository to make a revision to my primary HTML file. I successfully pushed my edited project files to it, performed a pull request, titling it Bluegrass HTML change, and then successfully merged it to the master branch, as you can see here.
I would like to thank Tyler and Eric from the Tuesday session, as well as Mike from the Monday session, and Strong JZ from the Git and GitHub Slack page for their immense guidance. I would also like to thank Becky and the administration of Code Louisville for their guidance and for making this possible. I would also like to thank the audience for their time during this presentation. Again, my name is Drake Shelton. I'm a graduate of the Front End Code Louisville track, and I am seeking a junior level developing position. Thank you.